Tet, or Vietnamese New Year, is the most important celebration in Vietnamese culture. The word is a shortened form of Tết Nguyên Đán, which is Sino-Vietnamese for feast of the first morning of the first day. Tet celebrates the arrival of spring based on the Chinese calendar, which usually has the date falling in January or February. Tet is generally celebrated on the same day as Chinese New Year, except when the 1-hour time difference between Vietnam and China results in new moon occurring on different days. It takes place from the first day of the first month of the Vietnamese calendar until at least the third day. Many Vietnamese prepare for Tet by cooking special holiday food and cleaning the house. These foods include bánh chưng, bánh đê, dried young bamboo soup, gio, and sticky rice. Many customs are practiced during Tet, such as visiting a person's house on the first day of the new year, ancestor worship, wishing New Year's greetings, giving lucky money to children and elderly people, and opening a shop. Tet is also an occasion for pilgrims and family reunions. They start forgetting about the troubles of the past year and hope for a better upcoming year. They consider Tet to be the first day of spring, and the festival is often called Hoi Shan. Customs. Vietnamese people usually return to the families during Tet. Some return to worship at the family altar or visit the graves of their ancestors in the homeland. They also clean the graves of the family as a sign of respect. Although Tet is a national holiday among all Vietnamese, each region and religion has its own customs. Tet in the three Vietnamese regions can be divided into three periods, known as TT9, Gio 12, and Tan 9, representing the preparation before Tet, the eve of Tet, and the days of and following Tet, respectively. Before New Year's Eve, this period begins 1 or 2 weeks before the actual celebration. The general atmosphere leading up to Tet is in the bustle of shopping, decorating the home, cooking traditional Tet food, and waiting for relatives to return home. People try to pay off the debts in advance so they can be debt-free on Tet. Parents buy new clothes for the children so the children can wear them when Tet arrives. In the days leading up to Tet, the streets and markets are full of people. As the shops will be closed during Tet, people try to stock up on supplies as much as possible. Vietnamese families usually have a family altar to show respect to their ancestors. During Tet, the altar is thoroughly cleaned and new offerings are placed there. This includes a tray of 5 different fruits on the altar called Mam Ngu Qua. Traditionally, the 3 kitchen guardians for each house, who report to the Jade Emperor about the events in that house over the past year, return to heaven on the 23rd day of the 12th month by lunar calendar. The departure is marked by a modest ceremony where the family offers sacrifices for them to use on their journey. In the days leading up to Tet, each family cooks special holiday foods such as bánh chưng and bánh đê. Preparations for these foods are quite extensive. Family members often take turns to keep watch on the fire overnight, telling each other stories about Tet of past years. Vietnamese families also buy home peach blossom trees, kumquat trees, and orange trees. They also buy flowers to decorate the home, such as chrysanthemums or orchids. They plant these flowers and put them into beautiful pots in front of or inside the house. The New Year, the first day of Tet, is reserved for the nuclear family. Children receive a red envelope containing money from their elders. This tradition is called Mung Tuai in the north and Li Shi in the south. Usually, children wear the new clothes and give their elders the traditional Tet greetings before receiving the money. Since the Vietnamese believe that the first visitor a family receives in the year determines the fortune for the entire year, people never enter any house on the first day without being invited first. The act of being the first person to enter a house on Tet is called Zong Det, Zong Nha Adap Det, which is one of the most important rituals during Tet. According to Vietnamese tradition, if good things come to the family on on the first day of the Lunar New Year. The entire following year will also be full of blessings. Usually, a person of good temper, morality, and success will be the lucky sign for the host family and be invited first into the house. However, just to be safe, the owner of the house will leave the house a few minutes before midnight and come back just as the clock strikes midnight to prevent anyone else entering the house first, who might potentially bring any unfortunate events in the new year to the household. Sweeping during Tet is taboo or xui, since it symbolizes sweeping the luck away. That is why they clean before the new year. It is also taboo for anyone who experienced a recent loss of a family member to visit anyone else during Tet. During subsequent days, people visit relatives and friends. Traditionally, but not strictly, the second day of Tet is usually reserved for friends, while the third day is for teachers, who command respect in Vietnam. Local Buddhist temples are popular spots as people like to give donations and to get the fortunes told during Tet. Children are free to spend the new money on toys or on gambling games such as Buku, a California cop, which can be found in the streets. Prosperous families can pay for dragon dancers to perform at the house. Also, public performances are given for everyone to watch. Traditional celebrations. These celebrations can last from a day up to the entire week, and the new year is filled with people in the streets trying to make as much noise as possible using firecrackers, drums, bells, gongs, and anything they can think of to ward off evil spirits. This parade will also include different masks and dances hidden under the guise of what is known as the Mua Lan, a lion dancing. The Lan is an animal between a lion and a dragon and is the symbol of strength in the Vietnamese culture that is used to scare away evil spirits. After the parade, families and friends come together to have a feast of traditional Vietnamese dishes, and share the happiness and joy of the new year with one another. This is also the time when the elders will hand out red envelopes with money to the children for good luck in exchange for Tet greetings. Decorations. Traditionally, each family displays Kai Noi, an artificial New Year tree consisting of a bamboo pole 5 to 6 meters long. The top end is usually decorated with many objects depending on the locality, including good luck charms, origami fish, cactus branches, etc. At Tet, every house is usually decorated by Hoa Mai, Okna Intajurima, Hoa Dao, peach flower, Hoa Ban. In the north, some people also decorate the house with a prunus mum tree. In the north of Central, the kumquat tree is a popular decoration for the living room during Tet. Its many fruits symbolize the fertility and fruitfulness for which the family hopes in the coming year. Vietnamese people also decorate their homes with bonsai and flower plants such as chrysanthemum, marigold symbolizing longevity, celosia in southern Vietnam, and paper white flower, hoa buom, in northern Vietnam. In the past was a tradition that old people tried to make the paper white flowers blossom right the watch night time. They also hung up dong ho paintings and thupi hap greetings. The traditional greetings are Chuk Mung Nam Wa and Kung Chuk Tan Shan, gracious wishes of the new spring. People also wish each other prosperity and luck. Common wishes for Tet include Sang Lao Tram Tui, used by children for elders. Traditionally, everyone is 1 year older on Tet, so children would wish their grandparents health and longevity in exchange for Mung Tui Lai Shi, and Kang Thin Vu Eng. Van Snhui. Sc Kodio Id Ao. Tn Vo Nhu Nuk, used informally. Food. In Vietnamese language, to celebrate Tet is Tuan Tet, literally meaning eat Tet, showing the importance of food in its celebration. Some of the food is also eaten year-round, while other dishes are only eaten during Tet. Also, some of the food is vegetarian since it is believed to be good luck to eat vegetarian on Tet. Some traditional foods on Tet are Banchang and Banti, essentially tightly packed sticky rice with meat or bean fillings wrapped in dong leaves. When these leaves are unavailable, banana leaves can be used as a substitute. One difference between them is the shape. Banchang is the square-shaped one to represent the earth, while Banti is cylindrical to represent the moon. Also, Banchang is more popular in the northern parts of Vietnam, so as Banti is more popular in the south. Preparation can take days. After molding them into the respective shapes, they are boiled for several hours to cook. The story of their origins and their connection with Tet is often recounted to children while cooking them overnight. Hat doa, roasted watermelon seeds, also eaten during Tet. Duahan, pickled onion and pickled cabbage. Cuq, pickled small leeks. Mt, these dried candied fruits are rarely eaten at any time besides Tet. Cu Sang Du Thu Xoai. In southern Vietnam, popular fruits used for offerings at the family altar in fruit arranging are the custard apple, sugar apple, sour sip, coconut, gula fig, papaya, and mangard, since they sound like Cu Sung Vu A Du Xai in the southern dialect of Vietnamese. Thit Kho Nok Do, meaning meat stewed in coconut juice. It is a traditional dish of pork belly and medium-boiled eggs stewed in a broth-like sauce made overnight of young coconut juice and nuoc mam. It is often eaten with pickled beans, sprouts and chives, and white rice. Games and entertainment. People enjoy traditional games during Tet, including Bu Kua California Cop, Situing Ne Acute Mcon, Choi Trao, and Daga. They also participate in some competitions presenting the knowledge, strength, and aestheticism, such as the bird competition and Ngam the competition. Fireworks displays have also become an irreplaceable part of a Tet celebration in Vietnam. During the New Year's Eve, fireworks displays at major cities, such as Hanoi, Ho Chi Minh City, and Da Nang, are broadcast through multiple national and local TV channels, accompanied by New Year wishes of the current president. GPNHAUCUI Nam Year-End Gathering is a national favorite comedy show broadcast until the last 30 minutes before the New Year's Eve. The Europop song Happy New Year by Swedish band ABBA is usually played during the festival nowadays. Dates in lunar calendar.